part of our prelim before task to practice for our actual short film, we were asked to create a short little project that was less than a minute long to emphasise and focus on one of the narrative techniques. Our group decided to focus on binary opposites and cutaways. For this, we used Goodbye Mr. Snuggles as our basis for our film and our inspiration for our task. For the narrative techniques, it was useful to be able to look at a certain narrative technique in depth and then plan to shoot them through a quick storyboard draft in one lesson. While we did use it effectively to create cross-cutting, we could have, if given more time, focus more on colour correction, which would also be used in our final film, because we're taking elements from this practice into our actual final project. So to further the juxtaposition, I feel like if we focus more on colour correction as well, it would have helped develop our story a little bit more. But obviously with the short time span of one lesson to draft, shoot and pretty much edit, it was very pushed, and we wanted to focus on binary opposites first because that was the one we felt weakest upon. So we wanted to kind of understand that before we even focused on anything else. I think from this narrative practice, it's enabled us to focus on the techniques that we are going to actually use in our final. But now I think we're understanding the simplicity but the effectiveness of each component. It really works quite well. For editing, we used Premiere Pro, but it was the first time this year, so the last time we'd used it would have been finishing off our 2-minute opening for our project last year in AS. But luckily for us, 2 of our members are part of the Media Academy, so we had a bit of an advantage because we had used Premiere Pro literally the week before. So kind of falling back into that routine was a bit of a shock, but after a little bit we got used to it, the whole team got involved in editing, and we eventually basically got back to where we were last year. It's a good thing that we kind of practice the realistic element and how to grips we are with the technology that we need and the software. I think to have a really effective grasp on things, we tried to pull in some old components. So we had a scene here that we used shot reverse shot, and we also used a match on action when he went in the Richards Cup, which I think our teacher was quite impressed with because we hadn't even mentioned it in our storyboard for it. So I think it was good to bring back some of the original basic components before moving on to our actual project for short film, because it gives us that it kind of rerouted us back to last year and brought us back to what we know and kind of prompted us to kind of develop on it, because last year we weren't, in our prelim last year, it was brand new to us. We didn't really know where we were going, what we were doing. Now this year we have a bit more of a grasp of a general idea, so I think it was easier for us to add that in and kind of prompted us to kind of develop on it, because last year we weren't, in our prelim last year, it was brand new to us. We didn't really know where we were going, what we were doing. Now this year we have a bit more of a grasp of a general idea, so I think it was easier for us to add that in as well as focusing on the narrative give it because we were so rushed trying to get it finished to show everyone. We didn't let the warp stabilization finish, so that the banner was on the screen. So we had the same problem last year with our actual short film, so that kind of brought up some horrible memories, but we know how to fix it now. Again, that editing technique has helped us develop from last year, remember all our stuff from last year, and help our new understanding of things kind of extend on